What is up, YouTube? And today we are talking all about the event which is providing us for week 4 with that limited hero selector. There also is a limited artifact selector. I'll be talking about this tomorrow in my tier list, but today let's talk about the hero selector because this is probably the one that you're going for first. Now, you have to keep in mind that you have to read the text here. You can choose one 5-star limited summon hero to summon, but it's only limited heroes up to Blooming Lydica's release. So this is actually going to exclude a lot of the really strong ones, as we're going to see. And also, of course, collaboration characters are not going to be included here. So here we go, guys. This is the tier list that I have for you guys for what characters you actually want to go for. This is going to include PvE and PvP content because honestly, a lot of the limiteds that are available right now are kind of outdated. So you're mostly going to be using them in multiple areas of content now, and they're not going to be like super strong in all those areas, just kind of okay or good. But we have 4 tiers here. We have the best picks, the okay picks, the not worth it picks, and also the ones that aren't available. Let's actually look at the ones that are not available. So actually, the ones that are not available, the first 5 I have in order here are like the 5 strongest limiteds in the game right now, and they're all not available, which is very, very sad. I don't know why they did this. They should have just had them all available because the ones that you really want are just too recent, right? So this limits us down to the picks above them. We have 3 best picks, I think. I think Diane is very strong for PvE and PvP, right? She has a cleanse, she has very good buffs, and she's attack buff as well, and she cycles your team very quickly. You can use her in PvE in a lot of areas of content. She kind of works like Tamarin, but she's more aggressive, and she's better for speed clears, I'd say. And she's also very good in PvP if you pick her in like an arena offense team or even in world arena with like slower teams. She's very good in long fights because of how she cycles very quickly and how she has a ton of buffs for your team. And she also pairs very well, ironically, with some of the ones that aren't available here, like Tori and Renok, for example. Next, we have Landy, extremely powerful for PvE content, probably the best PvE damage dealer in the game, just in general. Of course, there's some characters that are better in specific areas, but Landy as a general PvE unit is one of the best in the game, if not the best. So if you're newer to the game, I'd say that honestly Landy is probably your best pick because she'll carry you throughout the early and mid game when you are just progressing through story mode and stuff like that in raid. Midnight Galilius, I have her as the 3rd best pick, and that's mostly because of PvP. She's also good in PvE, I think in raid and some bosses, but in PvP she's very good because if you ever fight a high health team, if you can guarantee Midnight Galilius goes before them and she S3s one of them and she's built properly, she can either just one-shot that tank outright or do a ton of damage to it and at the same time boost your team up and give them that attack buff, and she's just super strong in that regard. Very good in Guild Wars offense especially, so if you're trying to get more Mystic Metals to summon 5 stars, Midnight Galilius is a very good character because she will help you win a lot more Guild Wars offense games if you're struggling against health skill. Next, we have the OK tier. These characters have some use, but not really. Seaside Bologna got recently buffed, but she's still whatever. She's mostly used in PvE still. She's kind of like Landy in a regard because they just do a ton of AoE damage and a lot of single target as well. But Seaside Bologna does a little bit less. The only upside she has is that she has defense break, but Landy's damage potential in PvE is a lot higher, so because of that, she's not as good, I'd say. Ocean Breeze Luca, also a very good character. She's mostly used for PvP. You can use her as a cleanser. She's very good against non-attack skill openers. She was released as a Conqueror's counter, which you guys might have from the Moonlight Connections for Season 2, but you don't really see that character nowadays, so she kind of fell down. But she's still okay. She just gets countered by a lot of meta units, such as ML Luna and ML Politis. But she's like okay as a cleanser if you need her. Next we have Lethe, very good in Guild Wars offense, can one-shot a lot of characters. Very weak to injury though, and there's a lot of injury characters, so you have to be careful about that. The only area of content you're going to really use her is Guild Wars offense, so because of that, she's just okay, but she's still very good there. Honestly, you probably want to drop her down a bit. Blooming Lydica, good in aggressive cleave comps if you're running like Zio, Requiem, Rwanda cleave, she's very good. Only problem is, yes, you need 2 ML5 stars to really make her work very well. And even then, she's not like overbearingly broken, so because of that, she's just an okay pick. Probably don't recommend getting her. Summertime Asseria, another cleave pick, but similarly to Blooming Lydica, you kind of need to pair her with specific units. So because of that, Not going to really recommend it either. Honestly, you're probably going to limit yourself to Dien, Landy, Midnight Gauleus, and maybe Seaside Bologna and Ocean Breeze Luca. Of course, we have the not worth it tier. These characters are not really good. They need like reworks or buffs or exclusive equipments. Some of them have gotten buffed recently, like Fairy Tail Tenebria, but they still feel lackluster. So hopefully Smilegate does something to make them better. So yeah, this is the limited selector tier list, guys, for what I recommend going for. Honestly, it's just not that great. I think it's just, it sounded very good on paper, and then you realize, wow, all of the good limiteds are not available. Like literally 5 of them that are like S tier, I'd say, are not available. For example, if all the characters that were enabled, right, or available, it would probably, oh, I didn't even do that, but it would probably be something like this, like Renok, Afton Silk Flan, you have like Tori, Elias probably here, Young Senya here. It'd probably be something like this, honestly. But because they're not available, it's just very sad. We have the scuffed selector for this time around, but what are you going to do? It's just a free character, so just go for it. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys get, and I'll see you guys next video.